is Dr. Liberty. Today I'm here to give you principle number 2 of my new book. This is my new book, A Galilean on Trial, a fresh look at Nehemiah. A few weeks ago, I gave you principle number 1. And the second principle is a godly leader cares for his people and country. We can learn this principle from Jesus Christ himself. Even though Jesus' perfection cannot be compared to anything. But Jesus cared for us so much that God came down to our level for us to be saved. And so in the ministry, those that the Lord have entrusted in our hands to lead, we need to care for them. And that is the key thing. Caring for the saints of God when they have problems, the kind of love you will have for them. When they are going through something, Christ loved us so much. He cares. A man of God, principle number 2, when you care for your people and your country, God is going to bless your work. We see that example in the life of Moses. Even though Moses was brought up in the palace, but his heart went out for his people. And problems started. He ran away and went to a far country. But God knew his heart. At God's appointed time, he sent back Moses to redeem his people from the land of Egypt. As a leader, we need to care for the people that we lead. Martin Luther, the great reformer, heart went out to the Christians in his day because they could not read the Bible for themselves. And so he stepped out in faith, though it was not easy. But it is through him today that we have the Bible in our own hands and we can read it. A leader, one of the key things that we need to do is to care for your people and love them. And just be concerned of everything that is happening in your lives. This makes a great leader. This really makes a great leader. Many people, sometimes they take out of context Jethro advice to Moses. And he told Moses, look, you can't do all this job alone. Great advice. Share the work and let the most important one that they cannot judge come to you. And some people take that out of context today. They don't do anything. But as a leader, the key thing is caring and touching the lives of your people is so important. Even though we delegate responsibility in the church, and that is good, but you have a role. Besides your preaching and teaching, you have a role when somebody has a need. What if a member, a father died, or wife, or son, or sister, even though we have a committee in the church, and the committee chairman need to touch base with those people and meet with them, but as a key leader in the church, you need to step out and make a telephone call. Stop by to see the person. So, if you want your church to be what God's intent is to be, as a leader, you need to care for your people. And the second thing, you need to care for your country. I understand that when there is some disaster in the country, some leaders will come out and say, this is the judgment of God. This is the judgment of God upon this nation. No. What is responsible is sin. Sin is a global issue. What we need to do as a leader when something of that kind happens, what you do, you need to pray for the government so that God will give them wisdom in order to deal with the situation. God is able to do it. Leaders, whatever work you are doing in your church, I challenge you, care for your people and for your country. Nehemiah did that. He cared for his people and his country. And you can do the same. May God Almighty bless you. This book is on Amazon, it's on Barnes & Noble, and it's going to help you. There are principles in this book that will help you to do what the Lord wants you to do. And thank you.